Hello to the selection committee at Yoga Journal. I'm Alan Steelman, and I thank you for this opportunity to be considered for this very exciting opportunity, the live yoga tour that you have scheduled for 2018. I think it is not only an excellent opportunity to expose more of our population to yoga and to the healing effects of yoga, but it's a great opportunity to make a contribution to a remedy of this unprecedented mental health crisis that we're in the midst of as a country. I've just written a book entitled Yoga on the Yellow Brick Road, Exiting the ASAP Lane, Calm Your Mind. ASAP being an acronym for anxiety, stress, addiction, and pressure. The inability of so many of our fellow citizens, the increasingly large number who can't cope with the pace of social and economic change, who can't cope with the pace of life. Certainly life in the digital age is much more stress than ever before. And then you layer on top the outcome of the most recent presidential election, and regardless of how one feels about the outcome, undoubtedly, it has added another layer of stress onto one that was already pretty bad. The statistics are truly alarming. We will lose more to opioid overdoses this year alone than we lost in the combined wars of Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Obesity rates are soaring. 4 out of 10 Americans now qualify with a body mass index that would qualify them to be considered obese. Teen suicide attempts are on the rise. So the impact of the inability to cope is very destructive of our national health. And I think that this opportunity affords a great opportunity to reach out to a demographic that is currently not certainly practicing yoga. I call them the unconverted in the book. In a country of 320 million, approximately 35 to 40 million, according to Yoga Journal's latest statistics, are practicing yoga. This is 10 to 12% of the population. And that is largely a demographic of white females who have the disposable income to pay for yoga instruction. Men, many of whom feel that they can't do the poses the women can do and therefore would be embarrassed or may feel it's not masculine enough. African Americans who feel that no one like me does yoga, therefore I won't. Hispanics who have maybe the same view as their African American brethren. Senior citizens who may feel that I'm too old. I can't do what I used to do, therefore I won't even try. And of course, stressed out kids and teens and college students who are so busy with their smartphones that they feel they don't have time. So I'm not sure what your plans are for the tour, but in addition to reaching the current practicing community, which I'm sure must be a part of your goal, I do hope that some form of outreach to this unconverted demographic would be considered. I think it's critical, and it could make a huge contribution. As you know, Patanjali said over 2,500 years ago, the purpose of yoga is to resolve the agitations of the mind, and we have never, ever been more in need of resolving an agitated national mind, to say nothing of our personal minds and the minds of our family members. By way of introduction, I'm a former member of the United States Congress. I'm a former global management consultant. I've lived in Singapore and Australia, and have spent lots and lots of time in Europe and other parts of the world. And I'm a certified yoga instructor. So I hope that I'll be considered. If for any reason I'm not the chosen one, I do hope that we could have a separate conversation about this other demographic and perhaps collaborate on some form of outreach to them. Thank you very much.